Hi guys. So this is kind of like a pre-intro because I actually made this video like 2 or 3 months ago and I haven't got around to uploading it. I basically just wanted to explain my inactivity. I'm sure the like 5 people who still watch my videos are tired of me constantly being inactive and I really am sorry. Kpop has been my hobby since I started this channel, but since like mid 2020 school has pretty much not allowed me to have a hobby because of the workload. That sounds like I'm planning on quitting. I'm not. I just wanted to explain why I am inactive. It also doesn't help that my phone storage is really low, but I might be getting a new phone soon, so hopefully that will change. I also don't think I've properly expressed my gratitude for the people who still watch my videos. Thank you so much, I really do appreciate it. I know it doesn't seem like it because the robot voice sounds dead inside, but even if I get 1 view on a video it motivates me to keep going. Anyway, enough with my excuses, let's get on with the video. Hi guys, so in today's video I'll be remaking a video I made when I literally just started this channel and probably had like less than 5 subscribers. The reason I'm remaking it is because I'm not really proud of that video as I used my real voice. I don't know why I did that because I tend to get nervous when using my real voice, and you can really tell in that video because I use like and a lot. I messed up loads of times and I paused a lot in between my words. I also said some things that I don't really agree with anymore, and
people on the internet will be like, oh my god, these two idols in the same group hate each other. Like, no they don't. If they hated each other, the group would flop.
I also have things to add. So yeah, welcome to things I dislike about K-pop. Let's begin. Before I begin, I just want to say that in this first segment I'll be mentioning things to do with body image, so if anything like that upsets you or makes you feel uncomfortable then please skip to the timestamp on the screen. I will give you a few seconds to do that. I'm ready for love. So the first thing I dislike about K-pop is the obsession with body image. This seems to be something that is present in both the industry and the fandom. For some reason, companies put idols on insane diets both while the idols are training and when they have debuted. This is absolutely disgusting to me, especially because people usually start training from a very young age. I'm talking as young as 8 years old. And since children are very impressionable, it is very likely that they believe the people in the company who tell them that they're too fat and it could lead them to have problems with eating in the future. Also, fans seem to have an obsession with body image as well because they always point out when an idol has lost or gained weight, and then they'll say that an idol looks better or worse for gaining or losing that weight. This baffles me because I thought it was just common knowledge that you shouldn't comment on someone's weight, and even saying that someone looks better than they did before could have damaging effects. I just feel like in K-pop there is such an emphasis on visuals in general, and it sucks because there are almost certainly people who are really talented but will never debut because they don't fit the beauty standard or the image that the company is looking for. I'm ready for love. The next thing I dislike about K-pop is cancel culture in the fandom. 2 cases that have shown this recently are the Woojin and Jimin situations, and I won't lie and say I didn't take part in hating on them as well because I did. I feel really bad for doing this because I know I contributed to them having a really difficult time because they were both being hated on left, right and center for things they didn't do. However, I have definitely learned from this, and since then I have always stayed neutral when bullying accusations happen. But it seems that not all K-pop fans have learned from this because people still keep making the same mistakes every single time. Also, the thing is, K-pop fans think that an idol allegedly being a bully gives them a reason to bully that idol. I mean, really? How are you going to preach that bullying is so bad but then proceed to bully someone? Even if they do turn out to be guilty, how are you any better than them if you're just bullying them as well? Also, I get so much second-hand embarrassment when people say I knew there was something off about this idol, like they are some sort of mind reader or something. No, you didn't, you just want an extra reason to hate on that idol. Please stop. I'm ready for love. The next thing I dislike about K-pop is the companies. No, I do not want to hear "oh but this company is good" because you're wrong. Every company has its good and bad qualities, but the bad usually outweigh the good. First of all, the training period is way too harsh on the trainees. Especially the children. I genuinely believe that making people, especially children, practice for at least 12 hours a day and then not letting them eat enough is inhumane and should be illegal. I mentioned this before, but I saw on a clip of the My Teenage Girls survival show, it was one of the prequel episodes. I didn't watch any of the actual show. One of the girls who was in the youngest group, so she was 10, 11, 12 or 13, said she stayed up until 12 a.m. practicing something, and the reason I'm mentioning this is because I realized that this is probably normal for trainees and it's probably expected of them by most companies, which is horrible to expect of children. I also found out recently that some companies don't want their trainees to go to school so they have more time to practice. I also think that this is disgusting because not all trainees will debut, and if they do debut there is no guarantee that they will be successful even if they're from a big company, so they need proper education so they have a backup if their dream of being an idol doesn't go to plan.
I'm ready for love.
Next thing I dislike about K-pop is favoritism. Now this is obviously not me hating on the idols who usually get favored by the companies, as I know it's not their fault. I'm hating on the companies who favor these idols, so I guess this point is linked to the last one. I understand in a way why the companies would want one idol in a group to stand out more than the others, because it is usually the center or the face of the group, which makes sense. But the thing is, most companies tend to go overboard with the favoritism to the point where the group becomes known as ex-idol and friends. I can see the positives that this could have from a business perspective, because at least the group would be getting attention, but the thing is, this attention won't last most of the time and eventually it will just lead to toxic solo stans of the favored member and everyone else hating on that member. So in my opinion, it doesn't have many positives long term, and it can even lead to disgusting rumors being made about the favored member, which damages the reputation of that idol and the company.
I'm ready for love.
The next thing I dislike about K-pop is the stigma around dating. I remember when I first got into K-pop and I found out how annoyed K-pop fans get when their faves date someone. I was so shocked. Especially when they say that their faves betrayed them. Honestly, I thought I was overdramatic, but that is a whole other level. I kind of blame companies for this because they present their idols as available and the perfect boyfriend, but honestly, they wouldn't do this if fans didn't absolutely love it. Also, the woman always gets more hate than the man because people act like she stole him from them, which is absolutely ridiculous. Also, I hate Dispatch for invading idols' privacy knowing what the outcome will be just for some extra money.
I'm ready for love.
The final thing I dislike about K-pop is survival shows. I'm the biggest hypocrite here because I watched every single episode of Produce 48 and Girls Planet 999, and I stan both IZ*ONE and Kepler, but I still wanted to include this because there are loads of things about survival shows that I dislike. Firstly, evil editing, especially in Girls Planet, because Mnet weren't allowed to directly manipulate the votes, so they had to manipulate the votes through evil editing. I guess the example that most people know is when Kybing got evil edited so that they could make Daeyeon more popular. Obviously this isn't Daeyeon's fault, so I'm not blaming her at all. She 100% deserved to debut, but the thing is, so did Kybing. I think it's so crazy that everyone was so sure that Kybing and Suruki would make it to the final lineup, but they were probably the worst victims of evil editing, apart from Fu Yanning obviously. It's like Mnet only wanted Shen Xiaoting from C group to debut from the beginning and used evil editing to push Kybing and Suruki out of the group. The next thing I dislike about survival shows is how much unnecessary stress they put the contestants under just for extra drama. For example, when they announce the final lineup of a group, they always announce 3 or 4 people who could have made it into the final spot of the group.
공개되는 3명의 후보 중 1명은 케플러의 마지막 멤버로 합류할 9위, 그리고 다른 2명은 아쉽게 데뷔의 문턱 앞에 멈춰선 10위와 11위입니다.
I hate this because not only does it waste time, it also gives false hope to the 2 or 3 trainees who didn't actually make it into the group. Finally, I hate how they are so quick to put the cameras on someone as soon as they start crying. Like in Girls Planet, they filmed Urina when she was having what seemed to be a panic attack. I understand that this gets more views, but come on. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed me ranting for like 8 minutes. Let me know what you dislike about K-pop in the comments below, and have a great day or night, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.